It's being reported that certain anonymous sources within the Trump administration and people close to Donald Trump are saying that he plans to issue an executive order to dissolve the governing board of the U.S. Postal Service and shift it under the Commerce Department. Now, the Postal Service has been an independent government agency since 1775, which was before our country was founded. We declared independence from Britain in 1776, and we actually achieved independence in 1783 after the war was over with the Treaty of Paris. The Postal Service has been independent. Yes, it operates within the federal government, but it is separate from the federal government this entire time. But Donald Trump wants to move it under the Commerce Department, supposedly. Now, certain members of the White House staff are saying that those reports are inaccurate, the ones that are speaking on the record. I guess we'll have to see what happens. But shifting the Postal Service into the federal government is not going to create any trust in the Postal Service. Right now, that being independent, a lot of it is the most favorable rating of any government body. But the reason he wants to move it has to do with costs and money, because the Postal Service has been losing money year after year. Even though they are slowly fixing that, it is because people aren't mailing things nearly as long as, or as much as they used to. And now they have the forever stamps that they have come out with, where you buy them at whatever the current stamp price is, and they're good forever, where then you don't need to go buy additional postage, things like that. And you can still mail you can mail a letter for under $1. It is still rather inexpensive. But because they've had these operating losses year over year, he wants to absolve it and do something with it. Now, for their part, the USPS governing board has said if he tries to dissolve it, they plan to fight the White House on it. They will sue to prevent this from happening, because there's a good chance this may be violating federal laws, specifically the statutes and things that concern the post office, with them being completely independent while still being part of the federal government. We'll have to see how that plays out. It's just another power grab from Donald Trump, trying to bring something else under federal control, something under his direct control. I don't think it's going to actually end up happening. If he does try it, I think the courts would block it. There's no need to pull the Postal Service under the federal budget. He just wants to have a reason to go into it and make a bunch of changes. And we're still dealing with Postmaster General DeJoy. That was a Trump appointee. But I guess we'll have to see what happens.